Binance confirmed involvement in SEC case against XRP. The last few days, there has been real chaos on the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin lost $2,000 in just a few hours. XRP is no exception, which has fallen by 20% over the past few days. But XRP's failures are also related to the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. But, as it became known, Ripple can count on the support of the US presidential administration. Welcome to the Rich Clab channel. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. XRP inventor and Ripple executive chairman Chris Larsen has unveiled a plan designed to encourage miners of the flagship cryptocurrency to switch to a greener consensus algorithm, such as proof of stake. Larsen outlined the steps that Bitcoin miners should take to reduce the power consumption of the network. He argued that miners should perceive the transition to a low-power consensus algorithm, similar to the one used by most leading crypto protocols, as a net positive for their durability. Proof of work, POW, is an energy-intensive consensus algorithm that supports the Bitcoin blockchain. The pioneer cryptocurrency is often criticized by cynics who note that the network consumes a lot of energy every year and competes with most countries of the world. Many have suggested that growing environmental, social and governance (ESG) issues are the main factor preventing some large companies from using Bitcoin. The billionaire admitted that leaving POW will not be easy due to the alleged opposition of Bitcoin miners, so he proposes a code change that will introduce new profitable incentives for network miners. Larsen's proposed least disruptive solution would be to take a snapshot of the current hashing rate of existing miners and then reward miners on a proportional basis of hashing power. This would give current miners the rights to future BTC rewards without having to use more energy or invest in more mining rigs. In other words, his strategy would bring miners additional economic benefits, since they would receive the same income at significantly lower operating costs. Moreover, existing miners will benefit from a long-term revenue stream, as their rewards can be labeled and sold to other market participants. Ethereum, the world's second-largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, is currently in the process of transitioning to proof of stake. According to Larsen, this move will make Bitcoin a climate outlier. It is noteworthy that most people in the Bitcoin community are supporters of POW, since it is an effective mechanism that ensures the security of the network without abandoning decentralization. This simply means that Larsen's radical proposal is unlikely to gain community support. However, the Ripple co-founder concludes that while implementing these code changes taking into account the consensus of Bitcoin and miners may take some time, the benefits ultimately outweigh the risks. The latest update in the XRP lawsuit revealed that both sides have come together to apply for an extension of one of the deadlines for expert testimony. Expert discovery is currently scheduled to close on January 14, 2022. However, due to contradictions in the schedules of various experts and the lawyer responsible for these statements, the parties appealed to the court with a request to provide them before January 19, 2022, i.e. 3 working days after the existing closure of the expert opening. Both sides noted that, in accordance with the previous deadline, they disclosed a total of 16 expert witnesses. In addition, the testimony of 15 of these 16 experts has either been completed or scheduled by the previous deadline. The parties requested this extension for good reasons. In addition, they determined that this particular deadline change would not affect other deadlines for the consideration of cases, given the urgency of the issue. While the XRP lawsuit was moving in the right direction with all the deadlines set, the previous update came as a shock or relief to the participants in the case, as well as organizations that may be affected by the verdict. Earlier this week, both sides provided additional summaries of deliberative process privileges, DPP, in the defendant's motion for forced disclosure, citing the Second Circuit's decision in the Natural Resources Defense Council v. EPA case. This is especially true for Ripple and the XRP community, as the verdict in the NRDC case changed the scope of the DPP, reopened the dispute about the DPP in the XRP lawsuit. This may lead to further changes in favor of the SEC and against the defendants, in particular with respect to documents submitted for consideration in the chamber. The SEC requires protection under the DPP because the NRDC verdict notes that the agency is not required to link its records to a single, discrete solution to obtain DPP protection. Instead, the SEC has the power to define the broader, decision-making process to which the records relate, instead of limiting it to a specific decision. However, Ripple defended the SEC's position, arguing that the SEC never discussed starting a political process regarding whether digital assets should be regulated as securities. Therefore, according to the defendants, the plaintiff was unable to determine any particular decision or decision-making in the first place, which makes the SEC unsuitable for protection under the updated scope of the DPP. The latest update in the securities fiasco led to the fact that the nonprofit organization Empower Oversight filed a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) complaint against the SEC in connection with its potentially illegal market manipulation aimed at increasing Ethereum and Bitcoin, while lowering the price of XRP with a lawsuit. The plaintiff asked the court to oblige the SEC to disclose all records kept by the SEC, including conversations between Hinman and the ETH Simpson-Thacher Alliance and the Ethics Office. In addition, the complaint also appealed against all recordings of discussions between former SEC official Mark P. Berger and Simpson-Thacher, as well as the Ethics Office and, finally, the official on the XRP lawsuit, Clayton and One River and the Ethics Office. Although the combinations can be complex, but the essence of the matter is quite simple, namely, to determine that the SEC and its officials allegedly participated in illegal market manipulation, both to raise and to collapse 3 cryptocurrencies, classifying them either as cryptocurrencies or as securities. The plaintiff's letter contained a detailed chronology of why it is possible that the SEC deliberately planned all of this. It began on June 6, 2018, when former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton publicly stated before leaving the SEC that Bitcoin was not a security, which, in turn, led to a significant increase in the value of Bitcoin. Shortly after he left the SEC, Clayton joined One River Asset Management, a cryptocurrency hedge fund that specializes exclusively in Bitcoin and Ether. Hinman left the SEC in 2020, however, according to FOIA-compliant content. The live XRP price today is $0.84 with a 24-hour trading volume of $3.10 billion. We update our XRP to USD price in real time. XRP is down 0.6% in the last 24 hours. Do you think XRP can win the SEC? Write the answers in the comments. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel.